Yo, I'm back. Is everything going on correct? Yeah, it is. Yeah, man's back still. What are we looking at? Let's go and check the M15. In fact, let's check the 4H. What do we currently have here? This zone was a supply, and we flew past it. So we've come and tested it. And now, what could we have? Obviously, there's nothing here for us. So we're looking at a small reaction, maybe to get us to, because this is a one leg break. So maybe we work our way all the way up here, right? That's what we could potentially do. Let's go on, this would be our bearish decisional, I believe. Yeah, bearish decisional. Bearish decisional, where you at? Wow, flip sake. I forgot it always goes on a lower time frame, don't it? Visual order. Where the hell is the visual? Oh, I'm tweaking. So yeah, we know that price could go all the way back up to here. That's what I'm looking at, yeah. And if I'm looking at a demand that could take us there, let's go on 45 minutes just to show you something. So we know that this was the demand that led, this one here, that led to this smart money trap that I was talking about earlier to get broken, right? And essentially we could trade a break and retest. That's what I'm looking at right now. We come test it and test this demand. Where's the liquidity? We could say that, okay, cool. The liquidity could be all of this here taken, this point taken, and you know where I'm from. So I'm not expecting, we could go all the way up, but it doesn't really look like it's probable right now. Let's just get me, try and break this point at least, and then look for this point here. But if I look here now on a 45 minute, what led to this break? What led to this break? It was actually here. Yeah, that was what led to the break. This point here. Ideally, we can just put this bit in here as well. Okay, it is the whole candle. So this point led to the break, right? So we'll call that one the bearish decisional. Wow, for flip's sake. Why does it do this? Save as. Alright, cool. So if I'm looking at this, remember what broke this low. That's what we care about. Anything else is correlation. What broke this? It was this point here. So I've marked out the whole candle. Let's go on 15 minutes. Let's see what happened. Okay, so we can see that it was this point here, this last up move, and then we came and broke this point here. So this point here, you could say with the fair value gap, it's fair, isn't it? Look, with a fair value gap, we came and tapped it in here, right? And then we melted again. So at this point, this is our new range that we're looking at. M15, I'll just put that as external high. And then our external low would be, this is the low we made, right? Perfect. External low. So that's what I'm looking at currently in this session. External low. So now let's just go on an M5 or M3 and see what is really going on. So this point took out this liquidity here. Alright. Took out that liquidity there, tapping into this point here that we said, right? The extreme. Well, ideally this bearish decisional. Don't get confused with my bearish decisionals. It's just weren't the foot. Like, look, this will be the extreme again. This could later on, when we break certain ranges, could be a SMT. You gotta come from because they didn't tap that actual high. But I'm not gonna get into all of that now. Just make sure that you're following. I'm knackered. Just make sure you're following. So okay, cool. We've broken the bearish decision. Remember, this is what led us to come down to here. So ideally, if that's the case, this is the range that we're in, right? So if that's the case, this is a smart money trap, and this could potentially be a smart money trap unless we come and tap it and see what happens. One sec. So we've broken it. The trader's actually down here. I won't lie to you. down here, but it's not my key window, so I couldn't get in. I'll show you what I mean by why there. No, again, read what broke the structure. This point led to that. Okay, cool. It was broken here. What led to that break? This last demand zone here. What did we do? We came and tapped it. I'm just gonna put demand because I know it could get confusing sometimes seeing all of these other matches. That was the entry, but it happened where here, so I didn't know whether it's gonna be that one or this one, so I wait. Plus you see that we went there, mitigated, and then ripped, but this mitigation is not really ideal, is it? So price is gone, it's made, it's finished now. So we've gone from here, broken structure here, ideally here, right? But it happened, as I showed you, the raw structure break happened here, because from here that's when we went and tapped into the thing. So we broke it there, but I'm just gonna put it here for a second. BOS is a change of style delivery inside the bearish range. So if we've broken the bearish decisional in this range that we're in, which tapped into a previous bearish decisional, where could we expect price to go? We're looking for price to go to here. So what trade could we possibly get? You know that this is smart money trap. SMT. Oh, SMT. Oh, damn, I got so many of these. SMT. So what can I say? We can say that price needs to go there, and then SMT, what happens? When we get there, price normally comes and takes out a low before going further up to the extreme that we expect price to go to. Decisional that led to this break has been broken. Remember that. If decision was broken, I'll go into extreme. Where's the extreme? This point here. So now I'm going to mark out the extreme. The extreme will be this point here, ideally. Or we can just induce the whole thing and go further up into this point here, because ideally this point is really here. So you're going to come through. If I go on the M5, you'll see it clearly. M5, look, is really there. This what led to the first break, then this what led to the second break. So I would just be cautious and put it like here. So we know that when we hit this point in here, this is smart money. Unless we rip through it and then maybe we use this point as smart money, I don't know. But all I know is when we get here, my reaction would be, okay, get there, take out a low, give me my confidence. In fact, build liquidity before we get there. And then when we get there, tap hit, come and break a recent low, and then carry on the move. And that's what I'm looking for, simply. But you know, so funny, yeah. Should I do the video now? Let me do the video now, because I was gonna show you like what happened on Friday. I kind of like got a confession to make. I went on tilt mode, but I didn't go on crazy tilt mode. It's like I went in tilt mode, innit? I'll go on price action. Let me just put notification here. So when we tap it, let me go on M5. Is this the right one on M5? M5 will be this whole point here. You can't set alarm on these yet. You can't. Let's use this. We can put a bit lower so we get notified quicker. Alright, cool. Now let's go on Friday. Last week Friday. No, not last. Yeah, last week Friday. Last week Friday. Where is it? Monday, Friday, right there, right here. Look what happened. And I had this move, you know. I predicted that we were gonna come down. Possible, everything lined up. But however, I got faked out in a sense of, let me go on. I'm gonna replay this quickly. Wait, if I replay it and price touches it, is it still gonna let me know that price touched there? If not, let's just go. Yeah, nah, fuck it, we'll do it quickly anyway. It will notify me on my phone anyway, I think. Where it should do. Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna run through the day with you quickly, yeah. On Friday, what happened? So Friday now, I'm seeing this as, okay, ideally, this is what led to the break here, London's break, right? But it wasn't the official break of structure. The official break of structure happened here. Change of state of delivery happened there. Then we just tapped this point and came down. So this point here is not really the bearish decisional. And I failed to understood that because I saw it as it came and broke this point and tapped into the thing, right? It's correct. So when price is coming, I'm seeing, yep, Asia liquidity. We're about to take that. I think at that point we're already even taking it. Let's go on M5. Oh, dark. Let's see something. Yeah. So yeah, I had to do a whole mazzoline because I got banned. So I'm just gonna run through how I got in it. So cool. Remember I said, yeah, I thought this was the actual bearish decisional. So we tapped into it when Frankfurt opened. And I failed to analyze that. I mean, I did know that it tapped into it around that time, but I was thinking, okay, is in a line with what I'm looking for anyway. I'm bearish day. So what's happened? Price has tapped it, gave the reaction. I know that this is an internal range, and price action, as I said, it always goes like this. Oh, it always goes like this and comes down and goes like that. Or that point here might fail and then come down. So I'm looking for this one to fail. Why? Because the main push has had an invalidation. We've hit smart money trap. I'm sorry, not a smart money trap, a bearish decisional where price could return from. A new liquidity cycle could happen in there and we can come and do a leg down like this, right? But however, what got me was this was fake and I didn't realize it. So obviously I'm going, price is going, and so it's gone, tapped it, came down. I know that this is not going to make a new high, and indeed it doesn't. And then it gives me a change of state of delivery on a lower time frame. So I'm gassed. I'm like, yep, this is my entry. Entered here, SO there, looking to target the liquidity, right? Looking to target the liquidity. And then what happened? I've got a break even. I'm going to show you this. I got a break even. You know, let me just show you let me show you from now in it because it might get confusing. MT5. But yeah, so the break even was, this is, what day was this? 9th? No, 10th. Yeah, 10th. The break even was $6. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll show it on the screen anyway. But yeah, so break even got hit, and I said, okay, fine. What was the next trade? Break even. Yeah, break even, and then after I thought, rah, I think, wait, now let me check. Yeah, after break even, wait, has the thing hit? Yeah, oh no, has it? After break even, I thought, okay, cool. Price is probably gonna come down again, right? It's just maybe I might have got it a bit too early. My entry wasn't the best. I got in here, so I was like, okay, it might go a bit left. I mean, I got break even early, so it's still gonna go. And I was thinking, okay, I know this is a smart money trap, but and we've tapped it and we've broken this high. Ideally, it was meant to tap into this bearish decisional, but we didn't touch into it. So when we didn't touch into it, I still sold anyway. So I've sold, put my SL back here, and then what happened? Price came. It looked like it was coming down. No, actually, no. In fact, I didn't sell straight here. I didn't. I waited for price to come down, tap this point, invalidate the move to go up. Then when I saw this candle here, I sold here. But when I sold, the thing is, we've come down already and taken out this liquidity, so I didn't see it. So ideally, my entry was, my entry was around here. As you can see, it still meets my stop loss percentage thing that I'll talk about. And I was targeting again the liquidity that I've established. But what happened? Price just went down, tapped it into it again, taking out all this liquidity, and it fueled it, and I lost. I think I lost how much? 1,000. I done all of this on my phone, you know, because I was knackered. I had 2 hours sleep. I'll show you my week after. But I had 2 hours sleep. I was gone. So then what happened? Price then later, price went up and then broke the bearish decisional that I was looking at. So now I was like, okay, cool. I've tried to enter shorts, 2 shorts. One was break even, one I lost. Cool. Now we've broken the point where I was bearish on. So I'm like, okay, decisional is broken, so we're going to the extreme. So what happened? I flipped my flipping bias. This is where I fucked up because this is on a lower time frame, not on a high time frame. So when I flip my bias now, I'm looking for longs. I've seen that we tapped into, well, we broke structure. I'm not looking to get any. I need liquidity. I see the liquidity form, right? Induced it, tapped into the decisional that led to this break here and led to these further ones and this. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to enter here. So I entered there, literally exactly like that. I think with my SL here, yeah. Targeting further up. And then, you know, the extreme is a bit higher as well. I don't know if you can see the extreme. Yeah, the extreme is high as well. So I'm thinking, yeah, we're going all the way up here. Guess what happens? that's where my downfall started, because I'm now using internal ranges to determine external ranges. How can you do that? You're meant to look at external ranges to predict internal ranges, not internal ranges to predict external ranges. That's wrong. So that's the mistake I made there. Entered here, yes, is an inducement, but you see how it meets the efficiency of the pullback, and then what happens? We fly down. We fly down and took me out. So then at that point I said, you know what? I think no. So what happened? I got in here, and then when I saw the slow movement, I came out of it. I came out of it, and then after I entered again when I saw this move to the efficiency of the pullback. This is where I fucked up again. Another problem that I had. My invalidation is clear as day, but I just put a blind eye to it because I was sucked into the bias of I've lost and I'm trying to make it. So was that I've lost, but this new trading, this new environment has confirmed in a different direction for me. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me take that actual trade. And I take a loss right here. One sec. I take a loss right here. Trying to get in here. I think, yeah, I had it like this. Trying to get in here to at least make a high. Do you get where I'm coming from? Got bun. But yeah, in total, how much did I lose? In total, I lost this much on Friday. Look. This is the trade. This was the break even. This was the loss. This was when I came out early. And then this was the last loss. And that's what happened to me. I'll be real. You know me, man. Transparency. But hey, yesterday, it came back. But yeah, the reason why I didn't share this with you on Friday is because my psychology was not here. I said, you know what? There's no point. I'm going to tell them anyway. It's not like I can hide it. It's the same account. So I'm going to tell you, look, when I feel better about myself, because I went on tilt mode. But as you know, it was valid. I went back, looked at it, and I realized, you know what, it was actually a valid thing. I missed the whole thing started because I miscalculated this bearish decisional. So it actually tapped into the actual decisional. This was where it was. Look, and if I show you on the M30, why is this the actual decisional? I think it was on the M15. Yeah, look, we came down. This was the last up candle before we came and broke this point here. So it is the bearish. This is a bearish, right? Bearish decisional. This is the bearish decisional that broke structure or changed state of delivery. Because after here, it was not meant to break that. It was meant to carry on going, but it broke it. So this was the original one. This one was just a mitigation of that one, and we came down. So it wasn't that actual one. But yeah, man, that's what happened to me. That is what happened to me still. But now we got out of the way. Let's see what today presents, man. Aye, Captain. Perfect. So we're there now. Right, even
Guess what?
Me. What's going on? Oh, now wants to know.
Guess what?
Me. Bastards.
Guess what? Guess what?
Can you hear it?
Guess what?
Guess what?
Guess what?
Kind of, the other one was brazen. My
Guess
other
what?
thing was, my TP is moaning. Crazy work, but yeah, man. I can't lie. We try to lay off the snooze. Yo, you see, without the snooze, I'll probably be sleeping right now, bro. So I said, you know what? Minimal thing, innit? So once a stream. But anyway, we're in the smart money trap now. What time is it? 27. Let's see what we're looking at. Have we seen ranges? Let's see. Let's read price together on an M5. So what is price currently doing? We came consolidated here, right? Expansion. And then we had a reversal. Came all the way down. After the reversal, what are we likely to have? Where's my... Yeah, there it is. After reversal, what are we likely to have? Expansion again. So we had we had accumulation, expansion, which was the manipulation, right? And then we came down, reversing. So expansion, reversal. This was the reversal, right? We had the reversal up to where would that reversal be? Because let me put it on the M15, it'll be clearer. So yeah, accumulation, as you can see, this is the candle we're in. Then manipulation to the upside, faking people. Then we had a reversal, right? After the reversal, we had an expansion, straight expansion. And then, where's the expansion? Then we went back to consolidating. Where would that consolidation be? I am looking for that. Maybe he's on a higher time frame. Let me see. Okay, we ain't had that yet, unless I'm reading it wrong. Let's go on a 10-minute and see something. Yep, there it is. Told ya. So expansion, which was the manipulation, then reversal, which came down to here. After the reversal, expansion, right? And then accumulation. This is the accumulation. Accumulation, then we had another expansion, then we had a reversal, being a retracement, coming down to here, right? One sec. Where would that be? Where's that thing again? Oh, yeah. So look, here, accumulation, consolidation, basically. Then we had an expansion, which becomes manipulation, right? And then we have a reversal, right? After we have the reversal, that came all the way here. What do we have? Expansion. So what should we have here? Consolidation. We should have, because from we're here now, we should have consolidation. And from that consolidation, what should we do? We should have an expansion, which should be a manipulation, and a reversal, which should carry on the actual move that we're looking to trade. So when we're here now, where is the accumulation happening? We had the accumulation here. Look at it, we had the accumulation here. We broke above it, being a expansion. So we need to have an expansion. We did, and now we're having a reversal. Let me just remove this. And then now let's validate, where would it be likely for it to bounce off? This broke this, meaning this is liquidity. Alright, this becomes SMT trap. Okay, we have this point here being like a breaker type thing, but we don't know. So ideally it's short. I'm looking at shorts right now, but to confirm I need two ranges to be broken, because even if it's smart money trap, we can trade it to maybe take out this low to tap into that actual. You're gonna come from that actual extreme possible. Why? Because from the smart money trap, we're meant to take out a low. And where's this low? This low is, it looks like it's just a one candle break. Where could that low be? Here. But also there could be a smart money trap. Why? Because trend is bearish, as you can see. So that's why it's in purple. It doesn't mean that this break and test thing I'm looking for might hold. That's what I'm looking at. Those get confirmed as price goes on. This is just a prediction. So we had consolidation. Oh, let me bring it up. Where is it? Yeah, so we had consolidation, expansion. So consolidation, which was here to here, expansion. This is the expansion we're having right now. So consolidation, wick out, came back down, expansion again. So let's see what happens. Just know what phase you're in. I know that we should be accumulating right now. So this could be still accumulation, which you can come from. But I've just noted the candle that done it. It was this point here. We've broken above it. We came down, mitigated this point, and we're going up again. Look, it's all in the price section. Look, why is it bouncing up from here? Because this is the last point at price thing. So when it came down here, what do you think it's going to do? We're going to come down again, because it's showing it wants to go up. We're going to come down again, take out these guys, and probably go up. That's what price action will tell you. But sometimes you can take out all of these guys, because knowing what zone you're in. So this obviously is giving you a minor one, but a minor one can be a major one. Or you could just do something like this. This, that. Oh, one sec. This, that. Oh, one sec. This, that. And then. You're going to come from. And then go deeper and deeper. Oh, until we reach somewhere like here. Possible. Or we could just carry on going and break the extreme. It's all a roadmap, and you just have to understand which one is likely to play, depending on what you're looking at. So right now I'm just waiting. Let me just see this one here, if this is within our pit range. It kind of is. So this is a buy to me. It could be a buy, but I just need to be careful. I'm in a smart money zone. We know it's going to fail anyway. We know that. But it's just, how is it going to fail? We're going to come down and tap it and then go, let me see, is it 1 to 3? Not really a 1 to 3, is it? Oh, yeah, it's a smart money trap as well. So we know we're going all the way to here. So this could be it. And because it meets everything, all I'm looking for is the liquidity grab and a confirmation of that, and I'll enter. No confirmation, no entry. Just because we marked it out doesn't mean when we tap it should go straight away. We could violate it. I will need a confirmation. So it's either this creates this minor internal low breaking and tapping into this point, this being liquidity, and we go further, or we break the whole zone and maybe come to this point here because it led to that break there. This point here, this zone here. So that's what I'm looking at. We could either have this, as I was saying, here and go, or we could violate all of that and then do something else. But right now we've had the expansion. Could this be a retracement or is it a reversal? We're in a point where we could reverse. Just remember that. So I haven't entered yet. I'm just looking for a confirmation now. This is the last down candle. So we've broken the decisional, tapped into the extreme. This also had an inducement, a minor one. Look, candle lows were taken. So when it moves from here and goes high, don't be confused. You can't come from. Don't be confused. But I'm just looking for a confirmation. Let's see. So I'm just going to remove this to the side and I'm just going to say, okay, cool. This is the last point that we got left. Did we break that? If we do, then I guess we're going further down, as we said. If not, then what do you think is going to happen? So this is the extreme of this range. Every candle is a range, remember that. But just because it's there doesn't mean you trade it. You're reading it. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Do we break it? We need to break it to confirm. Do we break it? Because if we break this, this is not going to hold. Why is it not going to hold? Because look, breaker structure here. This happened after. Ideally, it might even be this one that holds because it was before that. But obviously, there's no inducement and whatever it is, so you're not going to trade that. But if I go on the M5, see how we still haven't broken it yet? Okay, now we've broken it. So now this becomes invalid. And then this, you delete it. And then this, you delete it. And then this becomes a trap. So you know that you don't trade this one. Even though this can still give you a higher high. Don't get twisted because this range started from here. But if we're looking at it, this is the causation that led us to here. This one, so this one got violated because we didn't get there. This one took us there. So that was the decisional, right? And then this is the extreme being here. Yeah, the extreme being here. So we could bounce from here. You just got to read it like that. Why is this the extreme? Because after this range was broken, this carried on a new move to get there. But we know that is a trap because it didn't tap or follow the rhythmic patterns of price, which is to mitigate the causation point of interest is. So what we seeing? We're in there now. What could you say the liquidity was? There's no liquidity. The liquidity could be here. You could say that's decisional being broken. But hey, this is a smart money trap. So what could it do as well? It could do something like this to fool people in. Or something like this to fool people in. Break this candle's high. Come down, mitigate, go like that. To me, that is a buy. If we do that. If we break this candle high, come down and then break it again, I'll look to enter and then trade it to at least here, and obviously this being broken to the actual point. But if it happens like this, I'm not getting in because price could just simply just carry on going. It broke it, it took out a high because we know smart money traps like to entice people in, broke the high and done that. It happens sometimes. It's just all variations of how price could deliver everything that's going on that we're seeing. So let me just do this. So we got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes left now. Did we break the low or did we create equal lows? What's the low? 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5 equal lows. Who loves that? Smart money traps. Smart money traders. So what we're gonna do, break this high and probably come take out that equal low. But today there's nothing really in the market, so I won't lie to you, man. Everything kind of just moved fast. Everything just moved fast. see what man. If what I'm looking for is not really available like that, I just leave it. I don't force the trade. Forcing trades usually turn to shit. So you see how look, we've broken a high now. So we're just gonna read it. What happens next? Do we break another high? Every candle is a range. We broke another high. Okay, cool. So now what am I expecting for me to get it? Remember the 2 leg that I was speaking about. This could go and take out this candle's high. Why is that? Because you know that this is a smart money trap. So now I'm just looking for an entry. I want this high. I want us to come down and then break this high. Because now we've broken structures. Think of it like this. We've done this. Broken structures. Remember, us being high could be a liquidity trap. So we don't want to get in on the new mitigation. We want to do this first, and then it shows us, okay, cool, we're actually bullish, and then we get on the next one. Then we ride it. Do you get where I'm coming from? But getting on this one is a trap because you don't know if this is going to do this and do that. Hence why the 2-leg protocol works. So now if we break above this, I can now look to enter like this. See, now we're getting it. Do we get it? If we get it, I'll enter. If we don't, it's a no. Remember, we have to break that high. If you don't break it, even if the candle closes above it, it doesn't mean fuck all. It has to break above the wick. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. So you see what he's doing now. All this sent a lot of people thinking 2-leg protocol. You nearly even got me. My blood pressure is rising right now. But until we break that, it's not valid. So let's see what happens. So it shows that buyers here are holding. But let's see, do they break this? Are they strong enough to break this? Because if you break that, guess what? We're going to at least this point here. And you should be alright. So you want it to break there and then come back down to mitigate. It could be a fast mitigation, hence why my phone's in my hand, ready to execute. But if we don't get that, remember, we know the roadmap. This is not qualified. But however, it is the extreme that led to all of this. So it is possible for it to give us a reaction. We just need the 2-leg protocol to be confirmed and we'll get in on that. Even though it's equal lows. Just remember that. Even though it's equal lows, just remember that. We can still take it to the next thing. Because why? We know that this is a trap. Smart money trap when we're waiting for price to go and violate it. So let's see, do we get the entry? Or is it still bearish? Because if we break this low here, the bullish idea is done. There's no point chasing a trade. So let's see. Let's see. You have to be dynamic in the markets, but dynamic with a high time frame intact. As I said, there's a chance we could go up. Why? Because we've hit the break and retest point. It doesn't mean price is going to fall there straight away, but we're session traders, so we're just trading a reaction of that zone. It could be a smart money trap. We still trade the reaction of that zone if it makes sense. Okay, so we're taking this low. So now I want us to make a high, if possible, because we've come and taken liquidity. And just move this to the side. See, we broke it. So now what? It's invalid. Thank you. It's invalid now. So now when we come up here, don't get forward and think, oh, equal low has been taken and we're going higher. Yes, it's possible you could do that, but be careful, because now any high now, we just confirmed that we're bearish. Any high now it gets taken, it could be liquidity. Just remember that. So that's been broken. No trade for us. This is what I mean, letting the market decide when you enter and when you don't enter. Simple. So now what could you expect? We know that this point could be classified as a decisional of this range that we're in, from here to there being broken. right? What led to that? It could be here, or it could be all the way down here. Let me just do this. Or it could be all the way down here, being the extreme. This point here is simply going to fail because it's again a smart money trap. But the only thing is, the reason why I've been written off completely is because this range started this. Look, actually nah, this started that, so we broke it. So it's still a smart money trap. So sometimes it's not liquidity. Sometimes it's literally just the idea of people putting their stop losses here or getting in at that point. That is the trap. That's the magnet. Obviously, in this scenario, I didn't really read that. If I read that properly, I might have got in there. But obviously, I don't think there was a entry there anyway. But this becomes a smart money trap. SMT, where the hell are you? This becomes SMT. And you might be asking, why didn't you trade it down? Because liquidity has been taken. We could just come tap this and violate everything. So there's no point getting into a short. My thing is, I'm long. Higher time frame, I'm long. That's what I'm looking for. But short on the lower time frame, yes, you can catch shorts. It's true. But when you change your bias, like your overall bias like that, that's when you get donkeyed. I learned to just stay within the frame. Look, if I wanted to turn bearish, 50% is literally just down here. What's the point of selling here for price to come here and then probably reverse? Think about it. So now break and retest, this was the break, retest, have been taken out. So now I want this to be broken. If that gets broken, guess what we have? We don't need a 2-leg no more. Why? Because this broke it and we've broken above that. I know I said that every high taken could be a thing, but if we break this high, I just need to, if we break this high, this led to this. This one, because these ones led to this point being tapped into, we need 2-leg to confirm that, okay, cool, we're bullish and we're going further into chase the other demand zones, supply zones. This one, we've come and taken a point which was key. So if you go above here, this point broke that. So that will be a decisional. Decisional is broken, we're going to the extreme. Same thing. You see how we don't break it? We're probably not going to break it. We're probably going to come all the way down to here and then probably go and break it. But that will probably be outside our key window, so we might not get no trade. But you see what I'm showing you here, how to read price. Like, literally, just read it. Just read it. Literally, just read it. So yeah, can't lie. There's not really a trade today. There's not really a trade. When you read price, it stops you from, see when people say, oh, sir, my psychology is bad, it's because you're not reading price. Because when you read price, it tells you what it wants to do. Why would you do something contrary to what it's telling you to do? The only reason why you'll do that is because you don't know what price is telling you, and you're using your emotions, what you see, by what the candles are telling you. For example, a lot of people are turning bearish here. Their point is sells here. Why? Because they've seen that this point has been broken, but they don't realize it's a smart money trap, and it was just a break and retest. There's liquidity here. So when we take that liquidity, we could actually do the real move that this point intended to do. So when we break above here, I'm looking to get in like this, and I'll risk it. Why? Because it's worth the biscuit. It's worth the biscuit. So we still haven't broken it yet, have we? Nope. We haven't broken it yet. Don't get fooled. We still haven't broken it yet. Until we break it, I'm not getting in. I don't care how many retracement you do. If you want to leave me, that's fine with me. But if you don't give me my entry, I'm not entering. So cool, we've broken it now. So now any retracement, let me just set the limit. Okay, how do I get the MT5 on here now? MT5. So you can see it's placed. So now I'm just looking for price to tap in, and we go. Sometimes it might fail, but a break above here, I'll get my break even if we do that. See now what we doing? Creating trend line. Liquidity faster target. So a lot of sellers are thinking, oh, we're bearish because we've broken this high. Because remember that 90 I told you. Okay, cool. Trend line doesn't hold. Spoke to you early. But it's just me reading price. Do I get entry? If we go all the way, if we go all the way to this point here without my entry being tapped, I will not take the trade no more. Efficiency of the pullback. I will not take the trade no more. See what I mean? So now let's see if we get tapped in. Okay, prices. Has it tapped us in yet? Don't violate. Why has it not tapped us in yet? Okay, it's tapped us in now. So we're in. Is it stuck or something? Oh. And then a break above here is break even. That simple. A break above there is break even. That simple. But remember, the decisional could fail and we could go to the extreme. It's possible. This is the decisional. This is the extreme. This wick here. That's why my stop loss is underneath here, like this. So let's see. So now that's the market cycle completed. Look, we went from high, breaking this high, came down, broke that low, mitigated. Now we're doing the expansion. The expansion should break us out. If it doesn't, and it comes to the extreme, and we go up, breaking this point here, it's done. Let's see. Or do we just violate this and come to that decision I was talking about? Or was a risk that we was willing to take? Do you get where I'm coming from? So let's see. We're in the extreme portion now. The extreme portion now. Do we lose it or do we go? About to find out. So remember I said this portion is done. Look, we've taken a high, broken a low, mitigated. Expansion is done. Now, if we mitigate this point, we don't come down and we go up. What do you think it is? A new market structure cycle happening because we've tapped into an extreme where a new liquidity cycle could start. Taking out what liquidity? The decisional liquidity. Look, this point here. That point right there being liquidity. You see, I'm coming from inside a point of interest that we want, and then break above here, break even. Simple. So let's see. Perfect. So now I got my break even. So now we should just explode. I got my break even. Simple. Simple. Very simple. Is it not? Very simple. Now I want us to break past this efficiency of the pullback. Because why? This is a trap. This is also a trap. And we're going all the way to this point here. But I put my break even in because why? This might not break and we return and come further down. It's possible. It's within market structure laws. So I'm fine with that. You see what I'm talking about? You're finding probabilities where you know happens. Simple. It's very simple. But now let's see, man. Hopefully it goes to a win. Hopefully it's not break even. But let's see. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Let me just zoom in quickly. So we tapped it now. Let's see, is it a break even or are we gonna go? It's not up to us, it's up to the market. Simple as. So we tapped it. Sometimes it give us a reaction, sometimes it doesn't. We already got the reaction, which was the wick here. So let's see what happens. Let me see something. Where's my 1 to 3? Saying above. Okay. It's inside here, so it makes sense. That is the extreme high you can come from. So we could get reaction from that. So my 1 to 3, I'll take 1 to 3 here and leave the rest to go to here and possibly break it if possible. So my 1 to 3 will be around here when we reach this zone here. Because remember we said this is a smart money trap. So let's go. When we reach that purple box, guess what I'm gonna do? Partials. This is why we take partials. We don't just take it because, oh, it's good to take. We take it because it hits points where price could do something else. Remember, this is our external range that we established. So breaking above this and tapping into here could turn price to the other side. You can't come from. But the smart money trap has now been officially not broken yet. Let's see. Has it been broken yet? No, it hasn't. Let's see what price is doing so you can see it properly. Let's read it together what it's doing here. It's gone and taken a high, it's come down, mitigated this point here, which led to that high. This wick here led to that high. We tapped it. See? What are we gonna do? Make a new high. If this if price respects this, it should make a new high. So that's what we're looking for. If it breaks it, it could be liquidity and it could be coming into somewhere here, but it shouldn't break it. It should keep going because why is it decisional? This led to us breaking it. But if it breaks it, it's cool. We might get a break even. That's what it reads. It's that simple. So do we break the decisional? If we do, then I guess that was it. It could be, we just leave it. There's nothing we can do anyway. Decisional is broken. We come to the extreme. Does it take us out? We don't know. We just wait. But let's see. Okay. So we wait the decisional, but it's all right because we've taken an external high. So we know that it could come down into further, take out the previous ranges low, which is fine. But now we know that the previous ranges low has been broken. So where's the next one? Down here. So we could get a break even. We just don't, or we might not get a break even. We might just get a break and test here and then go further up. It's part of the game. You already entered. Now you don't let your emotions dictate, oh, let me come out because I feel like it might hit my break even. That's not part of the show. The show is you're reading price and you're expecting price to go to a certain point. You only take out money when you're comfortable with it. For me, I want to actually reach here because I know that this is a smart money trap. So let's see what happens. And if I'm reading it, what can I see? There's trend line within these ranges. Look. trend line. Taken. Tapped into this point here. So now let's see what happens. How many minutes is it now? 50 minutes. That's calm. The price is taking long. Taking long, man. I can't even play music because YouTube will say that, oh, copyright. You see how we're moving up. Now, all I just want us to do is break this high and it'll confirm everything for me. If we break this high, it's cool. If we don't break and become low, what is that telling you? That liquidity was not good enough, so we could be coming down here. Come on, break that purple line. You know what? Let me put my headphones on. I feel like if I put my headphones in, I might be able to listen to music. Because it gets a bit boring and there's that, yeah, man, there's nothing really to do. Damn, man. I'll be banging Gunna endless right now. Going crazy with it. This shit endless. Honeys, I keep spending money. This shit endless. Fresh out of Linux. Trendy, I can invent it. Told you, I ain't no gimmick. I've seen this shit through the scope. It feel like I've been here before. The money make a young nigga glow. The fame make a pussy nigga troll. I'm a hustler, I whip out the bowl. Whip, medic. Oh, Matt, that, oh, young one. I'm in the back of the back, sliding a few of the woes. It's coming to retrace right now to tap into this point. That led to that break. Let's see what happens. From here, we shouldn't break this low. If we do, then it's hit the efficiency of the pullback here, and we're coming further down. It's peak. Means that we might get a break even. But from here, we shouldn't break this low. We should just go further up. Niggas are and it's in bold. One of the illest money. I want to print it money. This shit endless. Honest, I keep spending. This shit endless. Fresh out of Linux. Trendy, I can invent it. Told you, I ain't no gimmick. Okay, it's taking liquidities now, so that this market cycle is completed now. It just shouldn't break this low, because we've taken a high, came up, mitigated. That is it, done. So it's like this, look. Taking a high, came down, mitigated, delivered, is done. So now we just go up. That's what's gonna happen now. Watch. Read the candles. I'm telling you, candles. Every candle is a range. Just remember that. So you can read every single candle. So now let's see what's happening. So now we've basically done this. I'll show you what we've done. We've basically done something like this. And then I'll be coming down. So we've done something like this, breaking this point here. So ideally, this could also form another one, right? But we don't want it to, because this market structure cycle is completed. And we're not bearish, we're bullish. So I'm expecting buyers to basically do this, as we're doing now, and then go further up. Without breaking this low. If we break this low, that means that the buyers here was not holding it. So where are we coming to? This point here, which will be my break even, hence why we get break even sometimes. So yeah, let's read it. Hundreds, I keep spending money. This shit endless. I keep spending. Fresh out of Linux. Told you, I ain't no gimmick. Let me just put this thing in there for you. This is the low, and this is the high we're looking to break. We're just consolidating right now. Consolidating. Oh, line. We're consolidating right now. Another variation is we could come down, take out this low, and then go up. But that is very unlikely. When we do that, we're likely going down. So I don't want that to happen. If that happens, it's break even. I know it. But currently, this is what's going on, and that is how it looks like on this candle here, and these candles here. This is what it looks like. We've broken this high, came down, broken this high, came down, mitigated it, came down, completed. Then we went up again, which was here. Ideally, it didn't even break it. It done something like this. My bad. Something like this. But when you see something like this, that's fuel. I mean, sellers are struggling to bring price down right here. Buyers are going to take control, rip it. That's the rip you're seeing right now. Look, it's going to rip it, rip it. This shit endless. Hundreds. I keep spending money. This shit endless. I'm telling you, look, just read price, understand price. When you read price, because bro, it's not strategies. It's not strategies. We're reading price to find out the context, and then you're applying a strategy on top of that. My strategy is just entry models. That's it. And then obviously different scenarios I'm in. That's the strategy. But if I was to give you the strategy without you understanding this, you will get done. And now look, we're going to do this zone as well. But ideally, I'm just going to take my partials when we touch there, as I said. Close. Yeah, so I took my partials, which was 1.9. And now we let the rest ride. Simple. I could have taken full, but what's the point? I know that we could be, this is a smart money trap, but at the same time, it is the external range. So you have to be careful. And we did range as well. So we could just do that, expansion, and then reversal to come back here. Possible. I should have taken full volume here. Very true. But I'm expecting price to go to here. So my full TP is ideally here, because this is a smart money trap. And look, it has trend line on top, liquidity, perfectly aligned. It's just, it might not take it straight away. It might come down, take out this range low, because this is where buyers accumulated. If we look again, there's liquidity. Look, there's liquidity here. So wouldn't it be normal for it to come down, do that, and then go up again? Very normal. Very normal. But instead of me holding full position to here, I know that this could happen and we could reverse. That's why I took partials at this point here, 1 to 3. And then what was I gonna say? Yeah, so we don't know how it's gonna get there, but we know that that's the destination. It could come all the way down here, take out even this point here, possibly. But we're just following what market's telling us right now. So right now, what do we have? We currently have a high taken, which basically looks like this. Okay, let me just remove this. We have a high taken, which basically looks like this. I have a high taken, but we haven't broken the low of that high, that low of that candle, that range that we took high of. This one here, this candle up candle here, we took out the high, but we haven't taken out the low. Does it break higher? If it does, then it means that sellers weren't really here. If it breaks lower and breaks this point here, there's some sort of seller's momentum there. You see what I mean? You just read the candle. So it's like, ideally, this could look something like this. Tapping into a decisional which led to this high being broken, and we just follow the trend. Literally. And that's what we're doing here. We could be just following the trend. Then break that and maybe come down, or even not break that, create trend line, right? Sellers are seeing it as we've tapped into the extreme trend line here, right? What's it saying? It's saying that every single time we touch this trend line, sell. So they're going to sell to take out this point here. Probably come into this point here. So let me just remove the efficiency of the pullback now, since there's nothing. And we could come all the way down to this point here. Possible. Or we could just carry on. It's just the way price moves, right? It's just the way price moves. We just have to understand it to know what the possible outcomes are and align ourselves towards it. Simple. I'm telling you, look, simple. I say it's simple because it's very simple to understand when you understand price action, but it's not easy. It took me a long time to get here. But I feel like the way I'm explaining it, it might take you a shorter time. So let's see. This shit endless. Remember, this low should be taken. We don't have to come to the extreme. It could just be the break and retest traders getting taken out. And then we carry on going. Yeah, break and retest got taken out. Maybe we tap into here, maybe we don't. Let's see. I'm seeing this shit through the scope. It feel like I've been here before. The money make a young nigga glow. The fame make a pussy nigga troll. I'm a hustler, I whip out a bowl. Whip. Oh, met it. Oh, net. Packs. Selling them hoes. You don't wanna, I'm in the back of the back. I'm sliding with a few of the woes. So remember, we have this point to react. If it don't react, we have liquidity here, which is a range low. A range low getting taken, that is liquidity with trend line below it as well. The only thing is we don't want price to come and tap into our BE. That's the only thing. But it could do all of these possible outcomes. But let's see. Let's see if this extreme holds. So if we tap the top point of it, we could just come further down. Yeah, into this point here, the open, possibly. But the whole zone is the point. So let's see. And it's nearly 15 minutes, so we could get another entry. But I'm not that greedy, innit? I'm a sniper, bro. I shoot you in the head, you're dead. I'm not coming to now shoot you in your torso because I'm mad at you. No. We take one shot, we get the kill. Really got the kill. Person's on the floor crawling. There's no point coming to it makes no sense. Just leave it. Eventually he's going to die because we know that where we hit him, it's either they die or they go to hospital unless someone comes and saves them. In this point here, unless someone comes and saves them, they might die. Right? If someone comes and saves them, that's when we hit break even. They didn't die. The person we wanted to kill, which was up here, didn't die. Simple. But yeah, let's see, man. So we're in the open now, and now we're tapping into the wicks. Because remember, is the whole point. So you just keep refining it as price is going until it gets broken. But remember, there's trend line, we said. So maybe we're targeting that trend line, and maybe that's the extreme on the M15 that goes on to make a new lower low. Just like we spoke about, it comes from here to make a new lower low. Possible. Very possible. Because it aligns with market structure. But our thing is, remember, if we're looking at it here as well, what is that? We went up, violated it. So this here could be the point that we tap the open of this onset. So we tap the open of this black candle here, which is where we are currently are, and then carry on. That's what we're expecting, which is the demand that we're currently at. So let's see what happens. This shit endless, and the confirmation of that would be this candle's high being broken. Will be an early indication that, okay, cool, buys are really here. Oh, let me just do this. Be an early indication that buys are really here. Trend line was building, we took it a little bit. See, that will be an indication that buys are really here, and they haven't finished their motive yet. Unless this is a smart money trap, enticing them more buyers here, and then we take them out here. But I don't see that as the plan. I see that as the plan is we're going higher. So we read it, we go higher. But this trade is taking too long. It's been an hour, 4 minutes already. So yeah, I'm just gonna have to endure the pain of sitting here. Hopefully we get to TP in the next 20 minutes or so, because this is all long. Literally all long. Yeah, man. But let me show you what's going on. Had the efficiency of the pullback. Why? Because we're looking for longs, and this is where sellers are. We know that it's going to take them out though, right? We know that. Don't we know that? We know that. But we also know that it could obviously reject. There's nothing thing about this. this. We just understand the higher time frame, hence why we believe it's going to fail. So let's fail that. Let's break that. Break that so I can delete it. This shit endless. Hundreds. I keep spending money. Thank you. You broken it. Confirmation that we're going up. Let's go. This is the boring part of trading, you know, having to wait. Now it's just a waiting game. It's like you set your waypoint. You're in the taxi or you're in the train. And you're having to wait. Just having to wait until you reach there. Crazy. Yo, where's P man at? This guy was meant to come link, man. This shit endless. Honey, I keep spending money. Oh. So now the next thing is to break that high. This high here. And remember, that's not the end of the thing. The end is we have to break the whole smart money trap. We just tapped here a little bit here. So us not breaking the high and coming down to break lows, what it signify that sellers are really here. Right? But we also have breaker structure here. A change of state of delivery here. So what do we expect to happen? A demand zone to get filled. All this time, if Fair Value get one of them, let's see what happens. That demand zone, of course, will be here. Ideally, 2 candles. You can say here. Let's just do here, since it's a small zone. But ideally, it would be from this point here, the open. But you can do this point here. Why? Because candle number 1, candle number 2 had a wick. We went and broke that wick. So now it's showing us that, yeah, we're bullish. It could even come further now to take out these points as liquidity. This point here as liquidity. Possibly. After we break structure. Let's see. This shit endless. Hundreds. I keep spending money. Hope I didn't miss my BTC trade, you know. Because that'll be dark. That's where I make my money from. Can't be missing that for a funded account. Yeah, nah, why can't I hear the noise? What the hell? Shit, my nigga, man. 6 years ago, never was convoying like that. That is mental. Bye, nigga. My boy just sent me, it's his birthday today, innit? Just sent me a snap throwback 6 years ago. 2 beamers up, X4 and a, what's he visiting, fam? Forgot what he was visiting, I think a 3 series. But yeah, man, skeeting through the A46. What you know about that? What you know about that? Now man's just reading price action. Crazy work. See how fast life can change sometimes. 6 years ago, you know. Crazy. If you were to ask me, wow, would you be a trader 6 years ago? I would have said no. Most likely a marketer with a marketing agency. But that life is low. This I enjoy. I can spend as much time on it as possible because I enjoy reading price action. It's like watching a movie. Trust me. It's like watching a movie. You can anticipate certain things and you're just waiting for it to happen so you can get some sort of dopamine hit. But yeah, man. We're rubbing out right now. Not rubbing out. We're just slowly creeping up right now. So it shows you that buyers momentum is dying down a bit. Which you can come from. Meaning, if it's dying down and we break this, maybe above this high, we might reverse to come grab more demand, because why we got trend line here as well. You see what I'm talking about? So ideally, even here, I might just cash full profit, even I know we're going up here. I don't need a whole move. I just need to make profit to pass the funded account. That's all it is, right? So obviously it's taking long as well. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. When we get to that here, the external high, I'll take my cut and run away, and run away, and run away, run away. But nah, today's been a good day, man. Today's been a good day. I think after that Friday loss, I don't know, I've instilled in my head the protocols. So now it's like, read it all the way, brother. Don't just read it little by little. So I want this to be broken. Come on, man, break that. When you break that, ideally here, this point here, I need to break that. Go and rip them out, because a lot of stop losses are here, and they're expecting some sort of reaction. They're even buying even more, because they're seeing as oh, liquidity has been taken, liquidity has been taken. So now we're literally at this candle here. Still the point. This is where it actually is, because this is the last up candle, and this is where the last up candle is. So we could come down, take out liquidity. So you get where I'm coming from, or we could just carry on going. I want that to happen, carry on going, because there's a lot of stop losses here, because it's the extreme high. This shit endless, honey. I keep spending money. This shit endless. Well, I have to sing, because obviously I can't play music, can I? Hopefully YouTube don't think this is copyright though. He ain't got the instruments and that, just the lyrics. Hopefully it doesn't move mad like that, because that's happened to me before. I was trading, I recorded it, playing music, and then boom, can't upload it, copyright issues. What do you mean? Bro, I'm paying Spotify to listen to DQ's song, and you're telling me I can't play it in my own accord? Come on, man. Anyway, this is where we'll cash out full prof. Yeah. Or should we wait to the point? Nah, cash out full prof. That is us done, because this trade was taking too long. This much is not going to do nothing for us. It's just vanity metrics. We don't care about that. We know it's going to reach there. But remember I said, buyers are slowing down here, up here. They could just reverse and come further down, making us having to wait longer just so we can reach here. This is an external high. We've broken it. There's a lot of stop losses here. So I sold into them, because the stop losses were sells, right? So when it gets triggered, it's buys. When they're buying, who's selling? I'm selling, because I'm part of smart money. I'm part of the smart money. So if you want to be part of smart money, follow me.